Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Intan Akila binti Muhammad Yusuf and my metric number is A20A2221. I will present the background of the entrepreneur. Datuk Suryani served as the Assistant Secretary for the Bilateral and Regional Division as well as the Asian Economic Cooperation Division prior up to her 2006 appointment as the Special Officer to the Minister of International Trade and Industry. She also held the position of Principal Assistant Director at the Multilateral Trade and Policy Division before being promoted to Director in 2008. She moved from the Ministry of Home Affairs to the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development in 2015 as the Deputy Secretary General for Policy and Control. In 2017, she was promoted to Secretary General of the Ministry and has been appointed Secretary General of the Ministry of Entrepreneur, Development and Cooperative as of 4 November 2. For the background of the company, the Ministry of Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development, formerly known as SME Corporation. The organization that support this corporation include SME Bank, Tekong Nasional, Bank Rakyat, the National Institute of Entrepreneurship, Uda Holding Berhad, the Cooperative Institute of Malaysia, the Malaysia Cooperative Societies Commission, Perbadanan Nasional, and Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Nur Hamisa Idayu binti Razali. My number metric is A20A1600. The vision is to make Malaysia as a united, prosperous and dignified entrepreneurial nation, while the mission is to create a holistic and conducive entrepreneurship ecosystem for sustainable, balanced and inclusive socio-economic development in Malaysia. The goals are to chart the course for the nation's entrepreneurial development and to instill entrepreneurship values and a mindset in the Malaysian community, improving the nation's entrepreneurial ecosystem next, so first improving access to funding, making it easier to access both domestic and foreign markets, finally creating a favorable environment for the growth of cooperative, and last promoting entrepreneurship and building capacity.
Hi everyone, my name is Chajai and matrix number is A20A1301. So I'm gonna to present the strategy used for new creation. So the government Malaysia has introduced policy and master plan to support the holistic entrepreneurship ecosystem and development for progressive growth of MSME. So they have two policy, which is Share Prosperity Vision 2020, which is SPV 2020, and National Entrepreneurship Policy 2020, which is NEP 2020. Share Prosperity 2020 is a policy developed by Malaysia to commitment to ensure Malaysia as a nation that achieves sustainable growth along with fair and equitable distribution across income groups, ethnicity, region, and supply chains to provide a decent standard of living to all Malaysians by 2020. The establishment of SPV 2020 is responsible to make the economy of Malaysia will be restricted to be more progressive, knowledge-based and high value with participation at all levels of nation society. This effort will narrow the economic gap while increasing income and participation in the supply chains. After that is the National Entrepreneurship Policy 2020. NEP 2020 is a strategic direction of Malaysia in terms of entrepreneurship development with the main aim to establish Malaysia as an outstanding entrepreneur nation by 2020. The implementation of the NEP should be able to turn Malaysia into a true nation by 2020. The Social Entrepreneurship Development Blueprint also has been launched by Malaysia government. SME 2020 is the national direction for the development of social entrepreneurship in Malaysia with the aim of mainstreaming social enterprise as effective contribution to the country inclusive, balanced, and sustainable social economic development. So I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Atika Nur Christina binti Abdul Khalid. My metric number is A20A2113. I will present about the suggested strategy can help the company's wealth creation guide decision. Firstly, lowest possible cash investment. Start small and offer low value products or service for a low cost investment. Work to earn a profit and then reinvest the profit to grow them progressively. Focus on the basic of the business rather than overburdening startups with resources. Second, investment in growth. Growth capital is often derived from one of two sources, debt or equity or a combination of the two. Debt capital is less expensive in the long run, but it burns the entrepreneur's personal liability. Equity capital has a long-term cost, yet it can provide crucial fund and partners to a company. Next is building capacity. Managing future cash flow enables organizations to finance expansion by strengthening their infrastructure. Investment should be managed to create predictable return in a cash flow cycle that is sustainable. A line of credit or other type of short-term debt is an excellent strategy to provide shock absorbers for expansion financing.
My name is Nur Izaki Farhana binti Dahlan. My metric number A20A1750. I will continue with the next point, which is various revenue streams. When a company's product line or service offering matures, it's time to diversify. Some entrepreneurs anticipate trends before the competition and begin diversifying early. Self-funded growth strategy alliances, joint ventures, mergers, and acquisitions are the greatest ways. Next point is strategic alliances and joint ventures. A partnership suggests that a large corporation is willing to invest substantial time, money, and experience in a person or group. Partnerships can be set up with either cash or cash and equity incentive for both parties. The parties have to substantiate the concept before they are awarded rights to the partnership. The last point, which is combination and acquisitions. Acquisition may be the quickest option to achieve goals if properly designed. An acquisition can generate a financial event that can help both the seller and the buyer capitalize. The ability to successfully manage the acquired business after the purchase should be given special consideration.
Salam Sejahtera and hi, my name is Koweji and my metric number is A20A1392. I'm going to present to you about the conclusion. So as a result, we can draw the conclusion that MSMEs will fundamentally alter Malaysia's economic destiny and place in the global supply chain. To make Malaysia a fully fledged entrepreneurial nation by 2030, it is essential to instill in Malaysian society an entrepreneurial attitude and set of values. The COVID-19 epidemic has pushed the adoption of technology and digitalization among MSMEs towards a more resilient, sustainable, inclusive, and progressive economy powered by information and innovation. On the basis of the shared prosperity tenet, Malaysia could keep concentrating on its economy. People's purchasing power can be increased, income and wealth gaps between classes, communities, regions, and extreme supply chains can be closed. And these things can all be done. The national entrepreneurship policies tactics have also been deemed to be compatible with and capable of assisting in realizing the government's vision of shared prosperity. That's all for me. Thank you very much.